Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and it looks like the Permit Office of Enforcement has got a list of who's naughty and who's nice. I've got a lot of green on the board. Not happy about that. Basically gave up all the Halloween builds I had planned for the season over this. But, I figured maybe to help, get more Permit Master on the server if I was in their good graces. Appeasement failed! There was no reason to comply in advance, and I am full of regret. But, while I'm over here, hopefully we'll have an update later this episode with word on Beef's message to Etho. In the meantime, I need to go restock my shops, which is handy, because they're right over here. Damage thing. Oh, they're really right over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess I'll just, up to the black glass shop. So, wow. Okay, 10 diamonds. More diamonds. That's, somebody bought a half stack, apparently, of glass. Okay. We got a lot of fireworks from Cub here. So we'll go enjoy that, and then we'll go ahead and drop some spare restocking cubes into here. Now, luckily, I brought these cases of additional restocking cubes. So we can just roll in like so, and grab those out of there. Boom. See, the problem is when somebody buys you out, you really don't know how much they actually needed. Whoever that is might come back and buy me out again. So we're just going to go all in on restocking. Wow, the fireworks are getting a bit excessive. And I say that as somebody who flies around shooting fireworks nonstop. Okay. Was that all of them? I mean, that wasn't all the fireworks, but that was all of the black glass that we brought with us. Okay. So, we have officially restocked the shop, and we've come out 59 diamonds ahead. So let's put that in our little profit tracker. 5 plus 9, so that's 144. Ugh, gross. Okay, so we're all done with that now. I haven't had this many diamonds in my hand since the poker tournament at the Wash and Fold here, which got me thinking I might stop back by and visit this shop, which is selling pale oak wood for 3 diamonds per stack. That's a great deal. I love the way this pale oak wood looks, and, I feel like that's the sort of thing that I can use as a floor element in the Hermit Holmdel build for some of the platforms, maybe. As I'm thinking about that, though, every single block that I've needed for that, I've needed, like, way more than I anticipated. So let's just buy a few extra while we're here. Yeah. Okay, that might be about right. Okay. And then we've still got 2 diamonds left to buy fireworks with. And we're broke again. Time skip. Who needs diamonds, though, when you have friends? Our friend Pearlescent Moon heard that I needed deep slate and said I could swing by her storage room to collect as much Silk Touch deep slate as I needed. Unfortunately, Pearl's base has expanded, blossomed like a beautiful solar flower, so now I can't actually figure out where that storage room is. Ugh. It's a good thing we have a second friend, GoodTimesWithScar, who's here to help me find that storage room. Solar Forge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like there's this whole catacombs that wasn't here before.
Is this it?
This looks promising.
Joe, look.
Deep slate.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, so Pearl said that the cobble deep slate was for Pearl's own projects, but the Silk Touch deep slate I could take some of for my community build. So I'm going to fill... Oh, I can't fill this shulker now that I've put deep slate on top of it. But yeah, now we're going to take some of that and fill the rest in there. And then pick up that.
I feel I knew I'd been around here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it was. Woo!
Wow.
So, Scar, is there anything that you need materials for that you're working on?
Ooh.
because I was just inventorying what I had to offer Beef and Pearl for various trades, but if you happen to need anything, maybe I've got extra of it.
Well, I have a lot of stone at the Popo headquarters.
Well, no, I'm asking what you need for your builds. Do you need a lot of stone? Because I've actually got that same amount of stone that I haven't even had time to bring over yet.
No, Joe, what I need... It was in my head, and then it disappeared for a second. What I need, Joe...
Yeah?
is to finish my episode.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you need materials to finish your episode?
No, I'm trying to do the interior for my shop, and the interior is very wonky because there's fish tanks on one side, and there is little houses for various mobs on the other side of the building. And so it constrains the interior to the point where it's like, where's my office? And it's like a puzzle, and I'm trying to put it together, and it's not working.
Could we go over there together? You want to walk me through it?
There's nothing on the server. It's all in my imagination, Joe.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
I have not recorded a second of the video.
Because I was going to say, like, for me, I'm very iterative. You give me something that works like 75% of the way, I can, like, noodle on it, you know, and get it that additional 25%. Maybe not at first, but eventually, you know?
Yeah, it's sitting right now in my brains, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Do you want me to help you draft it out? We can build a really terrible version of it with, like, dirt and sand, and then you can fix it. Because, like, no, but sometimes, like, getting it just out of your head in a bad form helps you get it into a good form later, you know?
That's true.
Like, that's why artists do sketches before they do the final work, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, I'm happy to help you. Like,
I'm not sure. I don't know. I need some more time to think it out.
I mean, do you though? Because you said you've been thinking. Like, show me where it's gonna go at least.
Okay, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
We're taking flight, Joe.
To the skies. Good times with Scar and Joe Hills are now soaring far above HermitCraft, seeking the future. Where did Scar go? There he is now, firing his bow like the hot guy. Oh wow. We're soaring with Scar, soaring so far, soaring into stars and beyond. There's a good time waiting for us. There's a Scar now near the edge of the forest. He went to sleep. Now he's awake. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Hold on. My Hawkeye is... Oh my god. So off. Okay, so we have the mob boss headquarters. This is this, Joe, is where you're going to come to get your mobs. When you need mobs for your base or your builds or anything, you're going to come here, Joe. It's going to be amazing.
I can do that.
So it's like... So the design of it is like a building you see in a city, but with a little bit of a Zootopia flair.
Okay.
So on the right side over here, those little cutouts are going to be fish tanks. So there's going to be fish and dolphins. Well, maybe not dolphins, but there will be turtles and all sorts of fish having a happy life in there. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then on this side over here is going to be random other mobs. Like, you know, there might be a witch here. There might be a cat up there. And they'll just be living like little apartments on all the sides over there.
Oh, that's fun.
And then over here, I should have talked about it when we were on this side, but this is going to be like a garage, and I'm going to put a Ravager with a Magic Hands Man on top of him. So that's where he's going to live.
That's cool.
And then inside, the problem with it is that, how do I explain this? The windows on the outside, to create like a good amount of depth, I found it's a good idea to black out the windows from the back. Mm-hmm. But something that is also cool if you want to create like depth by having like some windows off, like some windows are dark, so the lights inside the apartment are off, or if you're trying to like make it look like there's lights on, I put birch in the windows, so it looked like there's like a subtle bit of light. Mm-hmm. Now having all of that up there means there's not a lot of room to build anything.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is the garage. So we've already established, like, you can't put your office inside of here because there's going to be a Ravager, right?
There's gonna be a Ravager, and it's gonna summon Vexes, so we gotta be careful.
So you can't be like right next to that. Okay, so that's cut off. What's back here? Just backyard. But okay. Oh, you do have like decor and stuff. I mean, okay, like if you put in like a dumpster or something here, you could then have some extra space on the interior of the building if the dumpster was like a false back wall. I don't know.
True.
Is there a truck or something you could park back here too? Something that you could have like block off or open into the building. Like, I don't know. Maybe on this side. I don't know if these portraits here are going to be long term or if that's just brainstorming.
No, I figured if I need to build another building, like for another shop, it would attach to this side of the building right here.
I mean,
not be as tall as this one, but be half size. So temporarily, I just put graffiti on this side of the building.
Okay. Well, I love that. Here's what that says to me: is build the false facade for another shop here, as like that you're never gonna actually build, and then just knock out this wall, suck the whole building this way, and then give yourself that interior space.
Okay, that could work. Yeah.
Because like
up in here.
Yeah, and then you still are reserving that space for later. You can build on top of it if you need to, or you can keep extending further out to the side.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah. There's does this look like that to you, Joe? This is what I'm actually trying to figure if this was worth it at all. So if you stand back here and you look up in the building besides the B, you see that certain windows are dark and certain windows have like a little bit of yellow in it. Yeah,
no, I mean, I think it sells.
Does that work?
I think it sells, and like, you know, the thing you got to keep in mind though, Scar, when you're looking at eye lines though, is you got to look at where people are looking at it from, right? So how many people?
It's better if you're in the air by about 30 blocks.
Yeah, because like people might be flying over Wells' base, but not a lot of people actually. There's not a ton of pedestrian traffic right here. You know what I mean?
Looks better from far. Looks a little bit better, I would say. Stand up on the bridge here?
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it looks good enough from here, and if it looks good from the air, I mean, that's it. You knocked it out.
What I wanted to do is put the office up at the top, but I don't think there's enough room there either.
Realistically, though, like, when you think about, like, how people come into buildings for an episode, right? Like, let's say that I had a meeting with you, right? And so I'm recording myself. Okay, I'm going to go see Scar. I want to, I really need to get an evoker, and I come in here and then there's like some sort of crazy spiral staircase or whatever. I'm going to have to cut me climbing that staircase. Right? Because
I always do elevators with like water streams. So you zip up super quick.
Okay. But you see what I'm saying, though, is it still like a weird thing for the video? Whereas if I come in here and I see, you've got some sort of window or fence and there's a Ravager and Evoker right over there, and then pushed through this wall here, let's say you have a receptionist desk, and then behind that receptionist desk, it opens into your office. I feel like that's a good natural flow where you come in, you see the Ravager, you're like, whoa, you see the receptionist desk, you see it opens into your space. I feel like that works.
Yeah. Now I got to work on it, Joe.
Well, if you need a receptionist, like let's say that Tango's coming over or something, I'd be happy to sit at the desk here and
welcome to the Mob Boss shop.
Yeah, welcome to the Mob Boss shop, Mr. Scar. Mr. Tech is here to see you.
And I have a skin for this too.
I believe it. I think really just the power move is having the receptionist here and then your office through double doors out that way. And yeah, you have a fake facade for a second shop or a second building there, but you just have your place punched out here, and then you have the whole footprint to build whatever you want.
That's good. Yeah. This Joe, I'm getting close to finishing my permits. This one, and then I'm gonna give away my Blackstone permit or something, as I just don't have. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I don't want to make a bartering farm. There's pigs involved, and I'm not sure I'm into pigs, so it's a whole thing. But
yeah, bartering farm seems like one of those things. Like the people who get excited about those would value that permit more than you or I.
Exactly. Like Tango. Like Tango would love it. He loves bacon. He loves ham. He'd be really into it. Do you have any permits you haven't used yet, Joe?
I was actually just looking at the permit board earlier, and I've used all my permits. And I didn't
really?
Yeah, remember when I was like, I had all these Halloween builds planned, and instead I'm going to build all these shops so I can hit your deadline? But yeah, so you better get on those Permit Master style games, because that's...
I'm just hired help. That's green.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hired help.
Yeah, I need to do a better job of bothering Grian. I don't know.
Yeah, just... I don't know. He's on. Just throw something at him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any advice for bothering Grian? Because I feel like I don't really have a good calibration for, like, the approach.
The approach. Okay. All right. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put on a chicken hat.
Okay.
Chicken head.
Chicken head.
All right. You're gonna get the chicken head on. Big, very important chicken head. Okay. Then you're going to crouch like this. You're going to walk up to him with the chicken head. And you'll do 3 bows. And then drop 1 diamond on the ground like an egg. And then that's your in.
Okay.
That's foolproof. Foolproof, Joe. Foolproof.
I'm actually out of diamonds. I spent all my diamonds on basalt and fireworks earlier, but I'll go get another one somehow.
Joe, let me help you out.
Oh, thank you, Scar.
Here you go.
Woo. We'll call this a consulting fee for my excellent build recommendation.
Fee, exactly. I took your.
No, my inventory's full. I was throwing that away. I guess I could. Yeah.
Does this go on the ground? No.
No, it goes in your inventory now. That's just where it lives.
So that's what I'd recommend for Grian. That's how. Then you can be like, once he's like accept you as a fellow, like in the poultry product. And then you'd be like, where's Permit Master?
Okay.
That's how you get in.
Okay.
Man loves poultry.
I'll do what I can then.
Loves it.
Yeah. I just got to get in that spirit. I got to practice
get in the poultry spirit, yeah.
Got to practice the chicken dance, which...
Chicken dance? Exactly.
I was going to try to, like, act out the steps in Minecraft, but I realized I genuinely don't know the steps. This is the sort of research I need to do so I can just make that real connection.
Oh, you're talking about that real life chicken thing, dancing?
Yeah. It's like la da 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 da.
Oh, Joe, you're bringing back memories. Oh God.
Oh,
they used to do that every swim meet.
Really?
Right, you get the national anthem, everybody's, they're standing up, the flag, America.
Please remain upstanding after the national anthem for the chicken dance. But then they do
that stupid chicken song, and it was so obnoxious. It was like, can we just get to what we're here for? Like, we're saluting, like the fireworks and the sounds and the music, and then the chicken dance. It's like, you gotta be kidding. Every freaking time that chicken dance was so annoying. And one of the kids on the swim team, the dad, instigator of the whole thing. He's the one that made this become a thing. And he would get up there and do the whole thing. He would run up and down the deck. No running on the deck. It's slippery. It's dangerous.
It's like half the lifeguard's jobs is to yell no running on the full deck.
Well, lifeguard, yeah, it's rough. Well, our coach would tell us to run anyway and don't listen to lifeguards.
Okay.
Which we did. Which we never listened to the lifeguards. And eventually they realized that we would never listen to them and they had no authority over us.
Yeah, you know how to swim. You're not going to die.
It turns out there's limits to lifeguards' authority.
Sorry. I don't carry ranged weapons.
But yeah, no, Joe, that chicken song, dude, I haven't heard that song in like, I don't know, almost 20 years. And you brought back memories, Joe. You brought back memories.
Wow. Okay, so 20 years ago. Time. So this is like, we're talking like post 9/11 patriotism, immediately followed by the chicken dance. Wow.
Dude, this is like this is like the ROTC program come out with the flags and everything. It got
I've
really amped
literally
up.
done that. I've been in the color
Yeah.
guard and lowered the Marine
Real
Corps
amped up.
flag for the anthem.
Some hoorah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Then the chicken dance song, because you got to have the patriotism and then lighten it up with some chicken dance.
Oh my gosh. I'm
And all I ever asked, Joe, was to have a Star Wars song.
okay.
Was that ever obliged? No.
No.
Was that ever obliged?
No.
Could we even have a little Jurassic Park? No.
Mm-mm. Thanks to our pal GoodTimesWithScar helping us find all of Pearlescent Moon's deep slate, I was able to recobble and now tile that deep slate, and we can begin taking this to work inside our Hermit Holmdel build. Now, last episode, I started off with showing off all the work that had been done over here. And as you can tell, like, we've got some deep slate tile walkways, but not as many as we actually should have. That side's entirely missing them. And the connectors with the vertical transportation shaft, not great. Still need a lot more stuff coming out of there. But I also made some progress over here. And all of these floors basically essentially needs a deep slate tile walkway in front of it as well. Kind of something along the lines of these. So, as you can tell, these are kind of narrow. And part of the reason for that was I initially thought that I was going to do something interesting with these, like have a stair or something flip up and give them a little lip. But unfortunately, I realized that stairs don't really work at this level. They would only go down, not up, which doesn't create the lip we want. Now, over here, these side walkways are pretty narrow, but they do accomplish the goal they're supposed to have. They are about as wide as the real-life hallways at 3 meters. So I feel like we're going to keep that 3-meter kind of standard here and continue carrying that through the atrium. So let's go ahead and get on that now. Time skip. The sun may be setting on the HermitCraft server, but I got a lot done. Thanks to Pearlescent Moon's Deep Slate donation, I was able to go ahead and get the additional Deep Slate tile I needed for all of these bits over here. We now have platforms not only for the electronic component portion of our museum, but also for the electromagnetic spectrum portion of the museum. We'll talk about those museum parts more in future episodes, though I am excited to start really coming in here and building exhibits. Some of these are already color-coded, like this would be where the ultraviolet light exhibit would go for our electromagnetic spectrum display. We'd start over there with radio, then microwaves, ultraviolet light. I figure maybe we'll do something bright and colorful for the visible spectrum exhibit right here in the center, which I still need to, like, get a floor on that. Infrared would go over here. Then X-rays and gamma rays. This is all finally coming together. We have created a canvas, and now we can actually start filling it in, which is super exciting. This is just looking so much better than a plain andesite floor. Now, there is a lot of landscaping left to do outside of this area still. So, we are going to start consolidating next episode all of the remaining chests full of dirt and grass and inventories and stuff of like, oh, hey, here's some of these are empty, some of these are not. Next episode, we're going to start consolidating all of those. That was my last rocket. Good planning. Into an area down here that we're going to set up a storage bay. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we're going to have some more minigame fun with the other hermits soon as well. The one thing I did not hear back on before wrapping up this episode, I talked to Beef. He was still trying to get a hold of Etho about scheduling that NOPO meeting. So hopefully we can get that sorted very soon, because I want to see more Permit Master. One thing that I don't want to see is more mid-roll ads. So y'all are very lucky, and so am I, for Patreon patron Paige Marinchuk, who has made this episode mid-roll ad-free. In lieu of those mid-roll ads, I will now present a haiku of my own devising. Floors and walls and glass create a canvas in ice. Let's paint it all soon. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.